Hello YouTube friends and subscribers. What we've got here is a Roca WC pan and cistern, and apparently it's leaking somewhere behind the toilet here, so we're going to investigate and see if we can fix that up today. Okay, we've got a pool of water down here, so it's obviously coming from the soil pipe or possibly underneath the cistern. So just okay, there's no water there. That's not leaking, and nor is that. So that's a result to start with. That looks all right. That looks all right. As far as I can tell, that looks all right. So the most likely candidate is this donut. That's the thing we're going to change. Here we are. Hope that's in focus. I'm lying down underneath here. So maybe we don't need to change the donut. Maybe we can simply empty the cistern out and reseat that joint there, because that's the obvious leak. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is turn off the isolating valve. Just get a big screwdriver in there, turn that to across the ways. Then we can flush the toilet and empty the cistern. Now the cistern should be mostly empty, and of course because we've turned off the isolating valve it won't refill itself. Now, from memory, these Roca systems, you press the inner or the whole circle in, and when you've got that in, you can get the screwdriver under the other side, and that lifts, and that enables you to take that out. I think that's the way you do it. And then you can get onto this Phillips head screw in there, and that will enable you to lift this fitting out, which will then enable you to take the top off the Roca cistern. Now the lid of the cistern should come straight off now. And now we can see the culprit, which is that black stopper there in the corner, which all it's doing is just a blanking thing, but that's what's leaking. So we will extract that. Well, first of all we're going to absorb all the water out of here using a sponge or something, then we'll extract that stopper. Well, I'll be quite honest, there's no surprise that that's leaking because it's only on finger tight. I don't know if the bloke fitting it forgot to actually tighten it up. Working upside down here, guys. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. Right, that's out. Basically what you've got is these two halves that go through the hole in the cistern, and it just wasn't tight enough, and unfortunately I have not got the Allen key that fits that hole. It also would fit in that end as well, and then you can tighten it properly. So what we'll do is clean everything up. Let's go and have a look and see if we've got any silicone and put this back together. I've cleaned all the old silicone off that hole in this chinaware, and we're going to apply a small amount of silicone, which you don't really need when you're using rubber, but you know, belt and braces. And then we'll pop that back in and put the back onto it. So we just whack the smallest amount of silicone around there that we can. Just smooth it out a bit so it's not in really great chunks. Make sure you haven't got any clumps of old silicone that were in the tube before you started. Now I know the 30-year plumbers are going to absolutely love this, and they'll be on here slaughtering me. But guys, come on, what are you doing watching videos on plumbing when you've spent all day doing it at work? Right, that is what you call a DIY gun cup. So we'll pop that in the hole and tighten it all up. Now, for the sake of a set of Allen keys, which you could get on the DIY counter at Asda, we're slightly stuffed, so we're going to have to be a bit creative. What I found is these old Manchy pliers. The handle kind of goes in there, and I think that will act as a stabilizer when I start screwing the bottom half of this onto the actual little jointing piece of kit. I don't mind telling you for nothing, guys, that there's only just about enough room for my flipping head in here, and that's not because I've got a gigantic head. Presumably that's already turning at the top. Nobody said it was easy. Got it. That won't leak. I think in reality these rubber washers should just seat straight down onto the porcelain and form a watertight seal. The downside with using silicone is really you need to leave it to go off for a little while. 24 hours is good, but a few hours might help. So we're going to get on with something else for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and turn the water on and see exactly how successful we've been here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that'd be good. Thank you. You'll be able to see what else we get up to in the DIY jobs around the house, around the car, and even some photography tips.